football is back. The Lions opening preseason action against the New York Jets tonight. The kickoff to the high school football season is still a couple weeks away, but there's no wait to hear how the teams are gearing up for the 2015 season. The book, Jason Hutton, sat down with the two-time defending SMAC East champ, Battle Creek Lakeview, earlier today.
Day 4 high school football practice, and the Lakeview Spartans back at it after a successful 2014 campaign, a conference championship, a district championship. And joining us here between practices, head coach Matt Miller. And coach, how much can you take away from what you guys did last year and bring with you into 2015?
You know, the thing that we take away from last season was just a tremendous step that we took, and this, the last 3 years, making the playoffs 3 years ago and going undefeated 2 years ago, and then last year, actually winning our first district championship. It's just the progression of kids' expectations and the amount of time that they're committing to this program has just changed. And we have 45 kids out for varsity football right now, and it's just, what we've taken away from last year is just an attitude that football is relevant around here, and it takes a lot of people. It takes a number of people doing great things to be successful. Our kids understand that.
When you look at this year's team, obviously it's nice to have a guy, a quarterback like Skyler, right? Tell me about him and how important he'll be in his third year.
Skyler's tremendous. His maturity and growth in the last 3 seasons has been outstanding. He's just such a level-headed young man, and he's such a key to our offensive success. He calls so many plays at the line of scrimmage for us, and he's another coach out there in the field. And this year he's really stepped up in his leadership role. He's changed his body in the offseason and all the hard work he's put in the weight room, and we're really looking forward and excited to a new element he's going to possess for us on the edge this year.
And I know you guys are usually pretty balanced in terms of who carries between your quarterback and your 2 running backs, but returning a guy like Dre on, how important will that be, and do you think he'll get a bulk of the carries?
Well, Dre is just a tremendous running back. He had a credible season last year as a junior, 1,500 yards and 24 touchdowns, averaged 10 yards a carry, and having a weapon like that back in the speed which he gives us. But that combination of him back there with Skyler, just 2 guys that have started all last season together, and just the comfort level to have with one another is going to be tremendous, a big benefit for us.
Certainly coaches always take it game by game, and your first game is Portage Northern, and right, can't get much bigger than that. You played them twice last year. Regular season they beat you, then you beat them in the playoffs, right? Is that good to start with a big game like that?
I'm sure Portage Northern's getting tired of us. The last 2 seasons we've beaten them in the districts, and they finished their seasons with losses to us. But last year we weren't ready for them. We made mistakes as coaches, and our team wasn't ready. And as the season progressed, we got a lot better. And in the district championship game, we avenged the first game loss last year. But starting out this year with Portage Northern and then playing Portage Central week 2, 2 great programs from the other side of our conference. I think it's a big measuring stick to see where we're at, and if we're going to talk about making the playoffs for the 4th year in a row and winning another SMAC East title, we've got to be able to match up and compete at their level.
Coach, I really appreciate you joining us. Continued success. Guys, Battle Creek Lakeview coming off a great season. They have high expectations for this year as well. They're certainly going to be a team to keep an eye on, especially in this SMAC conference. That'll do it for now. Let's send it back to Evan in the studio.
High school football practice continues, and of course, so does the Blitz Tour.
Yeah, today the crew paid a visit to the Cereal City to check in with the Lakeview Spartans.
Spartans coming off a fantastic 2014 in which they win the SMAC East and a district championship, hoisting that trophy at Spartan Memorial Stadium, which you see in the distance behind us. Day 4 of high school football practice, and we're here at Battle Creek Lakeview, and joining us, senior quarterback Skyler Nichols, who'll be in his 3rd year behind center for the Spartans on varsity. And I just first want to ask you about coming off of last year, the great season, and how excited were you guys to get going this year?
We were really excited. Coming off that great season last year, it really brought a good vibe to the Lakeview community, and it really got people excited for the football seasons ahead. And we have great kids in this community, and we have a lot of people stepping up and making good plays and changes, and they're really coming in play, and I think we're all right.
And when you look at the fact that you've been the varsity starting quarterback now, so it'll be your 3rd year, in those years, what have you learned? What most stands out to you about what you've learned being here?
When it comes to varsity, I think the biggest thing is the speed of the game. You're playing against bigger, faster, stronger kids, and you have to step up and you have to become a leader when it comes to the varsity. So, that's probably the biggest lesson I've learned. And in order to get a win, it's more about the team than yourself. You have to be able to work together and work for a common goal. So that's probably the best lesson I've learned.
Let's talk about this team that you're going to put on the field in 2015. Certainly you lost your share of seniors. You don't have a great year last year without those guys. You returned a decent amount of guys as well. What do you like most about the group you have this year?
I think about the group that we have this year, I think we don't goof around as much as we did the past couple years. I think we get more to it and stuff like that. And I think the right kids have been stepping up and making the contributions they need to make in order for us to succeed this year.
When we look at what you guys do on offense, you're a run-heavy team. You run the ball a lot. You give the ball to both your backs, but you return Kent and yourself. Talk about the dynamic of having him back and how much that'll help you guys.
I mean, having Dre is a big key to our success in the offense, but in order for our offense to succeed, all three of us, Dre, CJ, and I, we all have to be able to run the ball at the right times, and in order to do that, then that'll make us succeed. So.
And expectations you have for this team in 2015?
Expectations, I expect us to come out every day and work as hard as we can and build up on each other and work as a team. I don't want us to have any individuals, and I want us to work hard and be able to go out on the field on Friday night and be the better team on the field, on and off.
Skyler, well done. Thanks for joining us. Good luck this year. They'll kick it off, like we mentioned, 2 weeks from today against Portland. That's certainly going to be one of the biggest games we'll be featuring that night. Coming up at 6